Good morning. Sorry about that. My name's Josh Weaver, and I love coming to these things because I get to meet a lot of the customers we're currently doing business with, and plus I get to meet a lot of our customers that we're going to be doing business with. And just real quick on my company, I'm going to give you some pointers today on sales events in general. We are in the event business. Okay, we're in the party business as far as a big event for the weekend. You've heard from other vendors that talk to you about branding your store and follow up, and there is a place for all of those things. And our deal is a big shot in the arm. We want to sell cars this weekend. That's what our focus is. Okay, our slogan is light up your phones, fill your showroom, and deliver vehicles. Is what Impact Direct does. Our model is uniform on every promotion that we have. The first thing that we want to have happen is we want your phone to ring. Obviously, we want to have a process in place on how we're going to handle the phone traffic once it rings at your dealership. Then we want to have a process in place of how we're going to handle the up when they come into your showroom. And then obviously at the end of the day, the goal is to say, all right, we delivered this many vehicles this weekend directly because of this campaign. Okay, so that's kind of the way our deal works. A lot of you guys in here already know that because we've got a lot of current customers in here. My background, I'm a car guy. I started selling cars when I was 19 years old. I became a GM when I was 26 years old. I spent 5 years running a single-point Dodge store in a medium-sized market before I broke off and started this company. Okay, so that's my background. Everybody that we have working for us are car guys. They've all been in the showrooms. They've all been at least general sales managers. All right, we have 25 closers. We do anywhere. A slow week for us is 10 events. A busy week for us is anywhere from 27 to 30 staffed events per week all over the country. So that's just kind of the size deal that we are. Real quick, whenever you're doing event marketing, the first thing you got to have, right, is you got to have an offer. How many times do you talk to a direct mail guy or some company and they show you something that's got 20 different offers on it, and you go, man, that's really flashy, that looks good, but what is the message? Okay, what is the motivating reason that customer is going to contact your dealership or take any action? And it's real easy for that to get lost in the shuffle, right? It's called the kitchen sink. You try to put everything in the ad but the kitchen sink. We have dealers, we'll show them one of our products, and they'll say, yeah, well, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then I want to put a service offer on the back. No. What's one hook? What's one motivating factor in that offer that's going to cause that customer to respond? And again, doesn't matter if it's Impact Direct or XYZ event company, it's the same thing. You need to make sure that that offer is something that's going to motivate the customer and that they can understand. All right, I've got an example of one of our most popular products is the Credit Union Test Market event. It's been nicknamed the Cuddle Sale all over the country that we do. A lot of you guys in here have done it several times. That's just one example of several products that we have. But the idea behind it is to bring the customer in your dealership because you have the ability to offer them credit union financing. That's a motivating offer. That's something they haven't heard every day, right? If you to buy a car for $5,000 off, you hear that every day, right? It's not a motivating offer anymore, so it needs to be unique. So anyway, that's just, no matter who you're using, whether it's me or someone else, you need to make sure that that's in any events that you do. Dealership personnel. This is going to sound really simple. And you know why? Because it is really simple. But we fight this week in and week out whenever we're preparing the dealership for one of our events. When we contact the store, hey, this is Brian, this is Molly, this is Josh, whoever it is with Impact Direct. I'm here. I'm calling to tell you about the Credit Union Test Market event. This is us talking to a manager at a store. Wanted to make sure that your personnel is prepared. Want to make sure you've located the scripts that we've sent to your dealership and make sure everybody's on the same page. You're with who? We're doing what? Every week, guys, we get that. Man, I mean, we're not cheap. I mean, none of the companies out there are cheap, right? You're going to spend $15,000, $20,000 for a weekend event, and personnel don't know what's going on. It's absolutely unbelievable. Please make sure that your personnel are aware of what's going on and make sure that they're tuned up, all right? The next thing is you've got to make sure that you've let them know that you expect results out of this deal. And you've got to make sure as a dealer or as a general manager, general sales manager, that they know that you're bought in, okay? This thing's going to work, all right? You have to endorse it. You have to endorse the event in order to hold your people accountable for the weekend to make sure that sales are generated off of it. We're good at what we do, but we cannot do it all. No marketing company can. It has to be done with the personnel that's in the dealership. The next thing is, how are you inspecting your personnel to make sure that they're doing the right thing during the event, all right? We have a call tracking system that we include with any product that we sell. Many dealerships, a lot of you guys that are in the room, have your own call tracking system. We use either one. We go in and make sure that your people are handling the phone calls correctly. If they're not, your BDC manager is going to get a phone call. Your sales manager is going to get a phone call. Hey, just listen to Judy. She's not on script at all. She's losing customers left and right. Okay, but again, whether you do it with me or another company, are you making sure during that event that things are happening the way they're supposed to go? Because if it all stops once that phone call comes in, if nothing correct happens, then you're wasting your money. You're wasting your money on the advertising efforts. The next thing is creating a special occasion. You can't have Christmas every day, right? Well, a sales event is kind of like it's a special occasion. What are you going to do to take everybody's game up a notch? What are you going to do to get them to buy into the event that this isn't just business as usual? That's a tough thing to do, but you've got to try to make sure that that happens in your dealership. What is the reason why the customer should take advantage of this offer this weekend? And that kind of ties in with the last thing that I want to touch on is the third-party credibility. 80% of our business are staffed events. Now, when I say staffed events, we do not come in the door with a team of 20 people. We don't ever come in the door and ask you to pay us a percentage of your gross profit. In my professional opinion, that's not a good long-term strategy. Okay, you take a store over and it's just losing its tail, and you need to do something fast this weekend to get rid of some overage units. You bring in, a gypsy team, right, and have them come in the door and do a deal. Fine, one time only. As far as a long-term business strategy, I don't think it's a good one. You may disagree with me. That's fine. There's good companies out there. There's bad companies that do that product. We don't offer that type of product. Our deal is we're going to put the traffic in your store like one of those events will do. We're going to show you our process in the showroom like one of those events will, like they will do. But your people are selling the cars. Your guys are making the commission. So when the sale's over, your salespeople have a good taste in their mouth. And they're excited because they make money. Okay, your sales managers are desking the deals. Your F&I guys are hanging the paper. So you don't have someone that's from 8 states away that's disclosing the terms to your customer that you're going to spend the next 3 to 4 years in the same market with. And that guy's going to be gone the next day. Right? So we don't think that's a great long-term business strategy. But we do think that it's a positive thing to have third-party credibility. Because let me tell you what can happen in a store. And when I say third-party credibility, we put car guys in stores. We don't do sales with a host or hostess that doesn't have experience. We don't believe in that type of product either. Our guy, when a customer comes into your dealership, let's say, Matt, let's role play real quick, okay? Matt's got the mail piece, all right? This is the sale event in your store without a closer. I'm the salesperson. You're the customer. Josh Weaver, nice to meet you. Now tell me why you're here.
Here for the 33 sale.
All right. When did you get this?
A couple of days ago.
All right, hold on one second. Let me go check my manager. Be right back. This is what happens in a store all the time when you have an event with your salespeople, right? They go back, check the manager. What's the manager doing? Manager's out. He's stressed out about that 90-day unit that's got to go today, or he goes. Okay, he's stressed out about all the extra Suzukis or Chevys that are dropping off in the back, and you're going to have 180 days worth of inventory on the ground. So he's not even around, right? Salesperson comes back, talks to his buddy. Hey, you know anything about this? I don't know what that is. I ain't never seen that before. What? I don't know. Go get a credit app from him. Okay. Walk over back to Matt, sit you down and get a credit app. What's your reaction going to be? You going to give me a resistance? Right. So what just happened? You spent the money. They called in. Let's say your BDC did a great job. They come in your showroom. You just blew it. You have zero chance of selling this person a car. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that every dealership is this way, but does this happen in stores when you do a direct mail event? It happens all the time. So you're done. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you can come to 8 of these seminars. If your salesperson blows that guy out the door, you're over with. Okay. Now, let's talk about a third-party credible person that's in your store. For instance, one of my guys, okay? So they come up. Hi, Matt. How you doing? I'm Josh Weaver. You're here for the Credit Union Test Market event? Great, no problem. Can you come over here for just a second? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you don't mind, I'm just going to ask you a couple of real quick questions, and then I'm going to explain exactly how everything works. Is that okay with you? I got him. He's done, okay? And so guess what? And then we do that. We sit down with them. We're going to conduct a real quick customer interview. It's a modified 5-liner. We're getting all the information that we need. You got a car guy talking to him, okay? And he's saying, hey, man, I'm just here to help you. I'm just here to walk you through the process. Okay? It's sort of like a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? So, I mean, Chris, do we have some good people that work for us? Okay? We have solid car guys, and they're going to sit down. They're going to get all the information that they need from that customer to work the car deal. So we already know in the first 3 minutes whether they're there if they're just there for the gift, we're going to try to flip them. Is your salesperson going to try to flip a customer that's there for a gift? They're going to get the gift and they're going to out the door. Okay? Our guys are going to try to flip them. We're going to get a 75 to 80% commitment to buy a vehicle once that happens, typically. Okay? Then we're going to have They're a 5-liner completed. You got privacy notices, whatever in your store, we'll get those completed. We touch base with the sales tower. Sales tower now is pulling credit. While that's happening, we're sitting down with the customer and we're explaining the offer. Okay, we're explaining to them that you're eligible for credit union financing. You have a $1,000 escrow account, whatever the hook is. All right, so we got all the information from the customer that we need. We have a commitment to buy a car now, and they've been explaining the offer. Now, which way is going to work better, staffed or non-staffed? Okay. That's what we do, and that's what we think works best. From there, our personnel will take TOs, help close deals. Again, it's all about third-party credibility, but you got to have a credible third party in order to have third-party credibility, right? So, anybody got any questions for me? I'm trying not to be too self-promoting because, again, it doesn't matter if it's us or another company. Everything I'm telling you, you can apply to any event that you do. All right?
Hey, by the way, isn't that kind of funny? He's bringing you gifts with a United States postal box, you know? Isn't that kind of neat? Class act. I think that's cute. All right, any questions for Josh, guys? I tell you this much. Me and Josh, we did a lot of mail together when I was a dealer, and I recommended it to a lot of my friends, and obviously when I was a dealer, I recommended it to a lot of my friends, and now I recommend it to a lot of my clients and my friends as well. One of the nice things about Josh is he's just a real guy. And let's say that he does a direct mail piece and it bombs. Man, he always makes it right. Now, do me a favor, don't take advantage of that situation, because if you have 5 events and they all work brilliantly and one of them just kind of goes soft, don't ask him for your money back. I mean, things happen. But the nice thing about it is I think in the last 3.5 years, I was able just to call you once on that, and he made it not just right, he over-delivered. And that's kind of neat. And that's why I attach my name with a company like his. And it's that simple. Now, if they are to do, one of the things that is really good about his company is, I love this. Who always thinks every once in a while of an emergency sale? Raise your hand. Emergency sale. Hey, my guys are good, everything good. We had a really horrible weather week the week before. We had a flood. And this week it's going to be sunny and bright, and my sales guys are excited. They're prepared. Remember now, qualifying ingredients. They're prepared. They're ready to go. If I call you on Thursday, can I have that event done that week?
Yeah, if there's a deal to be had, we're going to make it.
Does that make sense?
Now,
you don't like those.
Here's the problem with me saying that in front of everybody. Don't wait till the last second to call me, because then
you're sold out.
If we can make the deal happen, we're always going to make it happen. You call me on Thursday, you want it to go out the next day, 90% chance it's probably going to happen. Because you know why? Because I'm just a car guy, and if somebody says they're going to buy something, it's going to go. Okay, so we're gonna make it happen.
You said you can have 2 of those.
We like to be 3 to 4 weeks out? So we like to be, just like you like to have 100 appointments this week.
Now, can Chris have 2 of those? Can Chris have 2 of those? Okay, you can have 2, Chris.
This is the most expensive coffee you'll ever get.
With that note, how about Josh, guy? Give him a big hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you stay and have lunch with us? Okay, great. Awesome.